G'day guys, Josh here, in North Fern here, and you guys may realize at this point, when you're going through here, especially the first time being in here, you get given two guide quests to go to Chaos Dungeons and Guardian Raids. But let's do it first things first, okay? Let's do it first things first, okay? So what do I do when I hit level 50, okay? So you may hit level 50 in Half Routine or just at the start of North Fern and stuff like that, depending on whether you did a lot of side quests or not. You hit level 50. Level 50 is like the first point because level 60 is the max level, but level 60, trying to get up to level 60 from level 50 is a big grind, and you probably won't hit level 60 until you're in tier 3. Okay, so don't worry about leveling up to level 50. Just basically keep doing your things over and over again, keep doing your storylines, stuff like that as well. But when you hit level 50, just overall, just keep doing the main storyline past Shushire, okay? With Shushire, there's a little bit of a grind that you have to get up to get this ship to the second level, and a little thing you have to do with Aelan, and you have to finish the Northern questline before you can do Shushire. Shushire is very, very important because Shushire hands you a set of gear that can be honed, which we'll talk about the honing stuff later, but that's why it's so important that you keep doing the storyline regardless, okay? Because you do get a set of honing gear later. Now, we are going to go through what do you do at level 50. So level 50, as I said, go to the storyline. So basically you go to, like I'll say after you do the Northern storyline, you get told to get an upgrade to go to Shushire. Basically, you want to do the entire Shushire storyline, get the free Chaos Dungeon gear, and that's pretty much it. As I said before, I think I said in a previous video, is that don't use your power passes until you've completed Shushire in its fullest. After you've completed Shushire, use your Vern power passes on 2 alts that you enjoy playing or want to play, and if it becomes your new main, this is the perfect time to switch it. You can actually switch your main right now to one of your alts if you want to, okay? Doesn't mean you have to, but if you want to. But most people, you know, their first character they play is generally their main. Now with level 50 as well, once you finish Shushire, now what do you do, okay? We're not going to go to Shushire and go through the quest line, stuff like that. You can go through that simply yourself. Now, you may have got some guide quests early on to basically do the Chaos Dungeon, okay? So you would have got a guide quest to do the Chaos Dungeon, and it would have been, you know, Vern is under attack, you need to do the Chaos Dungeon here and there and stuff like that. Now, you get this quite early on, and I can tell you right now, you don't have the gear level to do it, okay? Like, you have, like, 220, 230 gear level, and you can't do it. You can only do it at 250. So we go to North Fern, for example, and you have to have 250 eye level to do it. Now, a Chaos Dungeon is based like a Diablo 2, Diablo 3 simulator, where you just basically kill a bunch of mobs, and you go down rift by rift by rift, until, you know, you've got everything completed, okay? Now let's go through the Chaos Dungeon menu before we go into it. Is that the Chaos Dungeon menu, there's the Aura of Resonance. The Aura of Resonance, you get 2 per day, and it resets daily at 3 o'clock at server time. And as you can see here, you can enter as many times as you want. If you don't have Aura of Resonance, you get different loot instead. Mainly you get these 2 loots, okay? If you enter it, okay? And you have a chance of getting some of these as well. And with this loot here, you can exchange it for more mats. And with this loot here, you can exchange it for more accessories. I'll show you the guy that gives you it, okay? So, like, if you get more of this loot, you can exchange this. It's only a week, as you can see here, it's a weekly limit. And you can basically get, you know, engravings and stuff like that as well from farming these things as well. You can see here, I've got a few of these already where I can get a new accessory. You can also get epic accessories, and I believe you can get legendary accessories as well as you get high. This is as you get higher and higher and up in eye level. As you can see here, this is the eye level for it as well. Okay? So, pretty much your Chaos Dungeon, like your first Chaos Dungeons, it does drop gear, as you can see as well. And this is what you call honing gear, or gear that can be honed. So basically what happens is that this gear can be honed up to a higher eye level, and it can be honed up to 20 times. Normally you want to be honing up to 15 plus, because 15 plus is your next tier, which is tier 2. And there's also another eye level, which for Rohendale, which is 460, which it tells you after Shushire, you have to get up to 460 eye level to get to the next area. And to do that, you have to do it via honing. Now, this is just a quick Chaos Dungeon guide. We'll go into a Chaos Dungeon now to give you like an example of what you'll be going through. But it's going to go to level 1, because level 1 is what you're going to be at the start. As I said before, make sure you do Shushire before you do your first Chaos Dungeon, okay? So a Chaos Dungeon is currently like this, where like a lot of monsters spawn and stuff like that. And you basically just kill them, okay? Like, that's pretty much it. Now, in your first Chaos Dungeon, you may notice a few different things here. Like, for example, I'm not sure I can access the menu here, not yet. But either way, like you can leave at any time. I recommend not to leave at all because it's very, very silly if you do leave. And this is like very, very easy for me to kill because like rank 1 and I'm like way over geared for this place. Now the most important thing you want to do for Chaos Dungeons as well as people may not get, especially if you got a Resonance or not, is that after 16% or 17% or so, there could be a portal that pops up in the middle. And what you want to do is you want to wait for that portal to pop up in the menu and enter it immediately. Why do you want to do this? Is that the first level of the portal only has normal mobs, and the next part of the portal has the orange mobs, as you can see here. Now, the orange mobs you want to go to right away to kill, because the orange mobs have a chance to drop more items and drop better items as well. So you want to be killing as many of the orange mobs as you can. So I show you here as well. You can see the orange is down here, and that we're going to go after it as well. Now, as you can see here, I said there was no resonance earlier, and you can see here that I'm only catching perception shards. Not to mention also the orange mobs give you, guardian fragments and stuff like that as well. So you can see here they always have a chance to drop guardian fragments or more perception shards and stuff like that. Now, these perception shards do go on your inventory as well. So over time, generally around about 45, between 41 and 50%, a boss will spawn in the middle and be donated by a red boss icon. And we want to go after that boss mob because that boss mob has a chance to drop even better items. And also drop other items as well that are unique to that are unique for using the cube, using boss rush and stuff like that as well. So you can see here it's getting a bit late on the boss. As you can see I've got 51% already and the boss hasn't spawned. Now generally you can see when the boss spawns is when stuff disappears on your map here, and that's when the boss is generally spawned. Now when the boss goes down, he can drop a bunch of items, and he does drop fragments 100% of the time. So be aware of that in No Resonance, that you can spam No Resonance run and get a bit of materials here and there from the bosses and from the orange mobs as well. Now this gets onto the third level. So the third level is basically just like you kill a bunch of mobs and it spawns this Rift Crystal, where you get a free orange dude basically that you kill immediately. And that's pretty much, it on that side. Now, if you do have Resonance, instead of getting these perception shards and stuff like that, you would get gear that drops. Like, whether it's going to be your, your armor set or weapon set, which is basically your Chaos Dungeon set. So essentially what your Chaos Dungeon set is, it's your tier 1 set, basically, okay? So that is tier 1, meaning that, that item can be honed to be a higher eye level at the honing vendor. We'll probably, how much time we've got? We could probably talk about that actually, okay? So let's just say you get a full set of gear from here, which is likely that you'll get a full set gear of here. Like, you got it from Shushire already. You got your helm, shoulders, all that jazz, stuff like that. And now you want to upgrade it. Like, you want to upgrade, the one that's got the highest quality of armor and stuff like that. And you want to go and upgrade it. And we'll talk about honing later. Also, as well, during this run as well, every time you do kill the boss, you can get a different type of portal. So it can be a blue portal, which is normal portal when you go down here. You can get a red portal where you fight an extra mini boss, where you get more gear and also get more, you get some gold and you get some more items as well. Or you can get a gold portal where you fight a mob, where you get basically gold after you kill it as per se. And that's pretty much it. Now also from the boss as well, you can get a cube ticket, a boss rush ticket, and extra accessories as well. Now at the end of the day, once you complete the echo, you do get a reward, which can be a soul leaf, or it can be like, honing leap stones, guardian stone fragments, and destruction stone fragments, depending on, whatever happens. Now you can also select a new level. Now generally when you hit level 15, if you've been playing very casually, this rest bonus will be full. This rest bonus basically means that the resonance that you use, you'll get double gear from it and double mats from it. Another fun thing to realize as well, as you increase in item level, you want to move to the next tier, as you can see here. And as you can see here on the right, if you've seen the items flicker over, the accessories get more powerful and powerfuler as you go to the next tier. So the next tier is gatekept by eye level. So you got to be 340 eye level, then 380, then 420. And at 460, you'll hit Rohandel. And then if you complete Rohandel, you get 460, 500, 540, and then 580. And it keeps going up like that, basically, for tier 1. And as you can see here, the rewards keep getting better and better and better as you upgrade. But for Rohandel, it's just the chances to get those higher rewards get higher and higher and higher. So that's pretty much a Chaos Dungeon. Like, it's a quick little dungeon that you do want to clear. You do have 5 minutes to clear each floor, including the bosses. So just make sure you do it as quickly as you can. Overall, time shouldn't really be a factor at all. You can chug the potions. in like the normal potions in those runs as well. So it should be no issue really getting it done very, very quickly. Just remember that you want to get to the second level as soon as possible, and you want to get to the third level as soon as you kill the big boss. And that's pretty much, how it goes. Now, anyways, let's just go to honing here as well. So basically, the crafting district generally has the honing. With the honing, what you want to look for is the big hammer. So let's say you got your first gear set from Shushire. Okay, we got your first gear set from Shushire, and we want to basically go craft it. So basically, there's three things that you need to craft, or not three things, four things you need to craft. So the first one is harmony shards. That's your tier 1 material. You need that. First, next of all, you need silver. The other stuff you need as well. So you go here, for example. So you see here, got my Providence gun. I mentioned this is level 1. So it tells you here I need destruction. That I need harmony leapstones. To upgrade this, you need to put harmony shards in like this to upgrade it. So you need to, if it needs to meet its maximum gear XP before it can be honed. This is very cheap early on. It's very expensive later on. You also have to pay an upgrade cost in silver. So you can see here, you have to pay an upgrade cost in silver. Once that's done, you get the option to hone gear. You click hone gear. It comes up with a screen. Let me just do an example here. Like, I think we've already got one upgraded, have we? No, we haven't got the materials for it. But, I can gear hone here. It comes up with a screen, using these mats here. And then I click OK. And then when the mats are used, it tells me whether I succeeded to hone or didn't succeed to hone. In tier 1 and tier 2, you'll always succeed to hone. And you also skip a gear level as well. Meaning that if you start level 1, you go up to level 3. And vice versa, basically, okay, with all your gear sets. You only meet chances to fail in tier 3 now, okay? You don't meet it in tier 1 and tier 2 anymore, as that's all been done and dusted. So that's how you improve your gear, and that's Chaos Dungeons in a nutshell. And that's pretty much like, this is like a first part of what you do at 50. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to, throw me a comment or anything like that. Next up, we're going to go to a few more options here that you will unlock at tier 1, which will mostly be faceting and how that works. But I think you got a full guide on that as well in Eastleigh Terror, but we'll go through that as well. Anyways, guys, we'll go through Guardian Raids and faceting tomorrow. And we'll also go through a very important chain that you need to pick up for Guardian Raids as well, because that's incredibly important, and it helps you hunt these Guardian Raid monsters down. See you guys later. Peace out.